Ozip Audio presents Enemy at the Gate, Prequels Intertwined Soul Series Book 1 by Mary D. Brooks. Performed by Arielle Strauss Brueland. Audio engineering by the XV Podcasters. Copyright 2020 by Mary D. Brooks. Production copyright 2020 by Ozip Publishing. Dedicated to the courageous women of the Greek resistance. When the entire world had lost all hope, the Greek people dared to question the invincibility of the German monster, raising against it the proud spirit of freedom. Franklin D. Roosevelt, U.S. President, 1933 to 1945. The Hymn of Liberty. English translation by Rudyard Kipling. Ah, slow broke that day, and no man dared call, for the shadow of tyranny lay over all. And we saw thee sad-eyed, the tears on thy cheeks, while thy raiment was dyed in the blood of the Greeks. Yet behold now thy sons, with impetuous breath, go forth to the fight, seeking freedom or death. From the graves of our slain shall thy valor prevail, as we greet thee again. Hail, liberty! Hail. Chapter 1. March 1st, 1941. Larissa, Greece, 5 a.m. I loved the sound of the rain on the roof, jumping in puddles, and the smell of the grass after the rain had stopped. It was clean and felt like the dawn of something better. My name is Zoe Lambros, and I was nearly 13 years old before everything changed. If you believe in the fates, you could say that they sealed our futures in the early hours of that soggy first day of March, when our long nightmare began. I didn't take any notice of the fates or anything else for that matter. It had been raining for most of the week. It was cold, wet, and windy, but no one minded. It had been a brutal winter, marred by the weather and the war against the Italians in the Albanian mountains. We all thought spring would bring a welcome change. We hadn't had a lot to celebrate since that fateful day in October 1940. We had been plunged into war against the Italians, but our boys were heroically fighting against the invaders, and we were winning. We were confident that they were coming home soon. So convinced that the war was nearly over that we decided it was an excellent time to get baby Arestia christened. She had waited long enough, and if they waited even longer, they would have to have her christening just before her wedding. It had been quite a party that lasted long into the night. By the time I went to bed, it was around 2 in the morning.
Polixeni wants out! Polixeni wants out!
I had barely been sleeping for an hour or so when that high-pitched voice penetrated my sleep-deprived brain. I groaned and pulled the blanket over my head in the vain hope the parrot would shut up.
Polixeni wants out! Polixeni wants out!
I'm going to kill you, Polixeni! I screamed, and threw my pillow across the room. Only when it left my hand did it dawn on me that it was a stupid thing to do. Now I had no pillow, and the parrot was still squawking.
That's not going to shut her up.
I know something that will.
No, don't!
For a moment, I contemplated ignoring the lump next to me and reaching for my shoes, which were under my bed. My cousin didn't say anything else, so I took it that she had fallen asleep. I should never assume anything, because, as I moved to pick up one of her shoes, Artie swiftly rolled on top of me.
Have you gone deaf?
I stared up at her and tried my fiercest look. Get off me before I pull the blanket and you die from the cold. As threats went, it was a pathetic one, and my cousin knew it. Artie's green eyes crinkled now that she had finally got the better of me. Artie wasn't...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?